Good evening, everybody. Secret Agent Brody here for another Secret Agent Secret Lair review. Today we're going to be looking at the 90's binder. For any of you folks who want to join me, feel free. Jump into the chat as we decide, is it worth it to buy this Secret Lair or should we run and hide? Let us know. Are you buying this Secret Lair? It's only a couple of days left. 3 days left, in fact. It's worth getting this Secret Lair into your collection. There's only one way to find out. We've got to review it. We've done a few of the others. Got to catch them before they're gone. Before we get on with the show, we're going to have to see if we can reach out to Agent Truffle. Sending a message on the bro phone now. Text message. See if we can get Agent Truffle. Call us back. Lair review. 90's binder experience. Join us. Feel free. Reaching out to Agent Truffle right now. Thanks for joining, everybody. There is the phone right there. Agent Truffle. Agent Brody here.
Agent Brody, this is Agent Truffle. We have a secret mission for you. We need you to rate each secret lair before they are no longer available. Rate them by legality, circulation, cost, playability, and artwork. You need to rate them secretly so no one will catch on to what you're doing. For legality, 0 is banned everywhere. 5 is legal everywhere. Here's an example. Mental Misstep was a secret lair card that's not legal in standard. Banned in modern, banned in legacy, and restricted in vintage. It's legal in commander though, so let's give it a 1. 1 what? Well, that's up to you, Agent Brody. As far as circulation goes, we're looking for how many sets the card's been released in. Too much circulation is no good for long-term value, so 0 is high circulation. Give it a 5 if the card was released in a single set before. Back to Mental Misstep. Before the Secret Lair, the meaning of life may be released. You could only get Mental Misstep from New Phyrexia. Scars of Mirrodin. So let's give it a 5. Agent Brody, we're looking into cost to see if the Secret Lair is worth purchasing based on the cards that are in the release. So 0 is low, meaning the value of the cards already out there are pretty low. 5 is a very valuable card in the resale market. This is probably the card in the Secret Lair release that's holding up the team. Take a look at the card's value on MTG Goldfish. So they're consistent. See what's up for sale on the secondary market. Now, Agent Brody, I know it shows the Secret Lair value for Mental Misstep here, but you probably won't see that during your mission reviewing the other releases. Mental Misstep, non-foil, has a value of $5. The foil version from New Phyrexia is $143. Let's take a look at what's up for sale. Card Kingdom's got a near mint version up for $159. eBay auction has a near mint foil up for $75. eBay Buy It Now has a lightly played foil with top crease for $119. Looks like this cat could be carrying the 10. Let's give it a 4. Playability. My agent, how playable is the card? 0, if it's not playable at all. 5, if there are a few decks that have a home for this card right away. You can check out the competitive decks, see if they have a home for this card. Our cat Mental Misstep looks pretty playable here. It's in a few competitive vintage and commander decks. Its main deck in Blue Tinker that won first place 7-0 in the Vintage Showcase Challenge this year. It's mostly played in Vintage though, considering the legality of the card, not being able to play it Modern, having it restricted in Vintage and not as playable as Force of Will in Command. Let's give it a 3. Artwork is the Battle Royale. How does the Secret Lair artwork compare to the artwork that's out there already for this card? 0, if the artwork that's already out there is better. 5, if the Secret Lair artwork is way better. The artwork for this Secret Lair Mental Misstep is good. I still like the original artwork though, so let's give it a 4. Agent Brody, we don't have much time left. This message will destruct soon. Rate each card in the release, and then look at all of the cards as a set. Remember, you need to rate them secretly so no one will catch on to what you're doing. The agents could be at your door at any minute. Based on your secret agent review, who's to MVP? And do you think it would be worth investing in the Secret Lair version? Good luck, Agent Brody. Agent Truffle out.
You heard that? You sure, Agent Truffle here. Agent Time Capsule, Agent Super Fast. Thanks for joining me at last. We're going to review this Secret Lair here before it's too late. The 90s binder experience. Right, let's have a look. We're gonna have to investigate. We've got a few of you folks along for the investigation this morning on this Secret Lair 90s binder experience. Let's have a look and see what's inside. Looks like we got a 5-card Secret Lair this time. Quite a number of cards here. So we got 5 cards. Cost us a total of $29.99 for the non-foil version. We've got $39.99 non-foil. Ever heard from Russell today? No, never heard from Russell. Maybe Russell could join us in reviewing the Secret Lair. I need these rad news borderless cards with full art from Paul Mayafon. Did you ever see them? They're so cool. They have all my favorite animals, plus all my friends are totally getting them. Come on, please, 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 please. Ask Dad, whatever you've got to do. Don't even go there. He doesn't get it. He's not cool like you. You all that and a bag of chips. Yeah, no duh. I'm going to play with them and keep them safe. Promise? Yeah, Mom. If you buy them for me, I'll take a chill pill, no doubt. Really? Thanks, Mom. I love you. Okay, bye. I'm going to Daniel's house. I'll be home for dinner. Bye-bye. I don't know what makes this 90s experience other than the chatter about these cards. I'm a little bit confused. Some of these Secret Lairs don't seem to match up to the name. This one, I don't know what's 90s about them, but we're gonna look to see if we can figure that out. Join me on this Secret Lair experience. The first card here, reprint of this cat cleric. Pretty cute version here, I must say. This one, the white card, it cost you 1 white and 3 for this cat cleric to get it into your collection. Let's take a look here. And this 90s binder experience. Player rating for this card is 5 stars. It's a 3/4. It's got flash, and if an opponent would draw 2 or more cards, instead you and that player each draw a card. The synergy on this card seems like it'd be good in Commander. It was printed in a Commander 2017. Legality, this card, Legacy, Vintage, and Commander, only 3 formats. It doesn't seem like it's fit in Pioneer, Modern, or Standard, even though it's been printed just in a standalone Commander set. The Ames Collector is about to aiming to collect a review from you folks here on this 90s binder experience. Check it out. How much circulation is there on this card? One printing, Commander 2017, and a general block makes me think the circulation for this card is really low. That's pretty good for the long-term value of a card. Maybe it's worth it. You let me know. How about the cost on this Ames Collector? It's aiming at about $10 if it's going to hit you in the wallet right now. If you want to get the original printing of the Ames Cat Cleric, there is no justice when some profit and others go without. The Secret Lair 90s binder experience listing for about $11. Seems to think like this one card on its own is worth more than meets the eye. Let's take a look at what we can find at the vendors for about $10, $10.99 or $8.79 for an excellent copy. Lots of them available. It's not like you can't get this card. Maybe the one printing was enough, or maybe it's not that popular in the players' choice. Let's investigate a little bit further on decks using it. Rin and Seri, the Execrable, of course, the Cat Tribal effect. Arabo, Roar of the Wild, Selesnya, and Gaddock Teague, Elish Norn, Mother of Machines, Yasharm, Implacable Earth, all into Commander bills. Barakos, the party leader, folk hero, Light Paws, Emperor's Voice, Nazan, the Revered Bladesmith, Kyler, Sigardian Emissary, and Miri, the Weatherlight Duelist. All possible homes in this deck here. Secret Agent Brody investigating the artwork here today. Which art do you folks like better? This is where I'm going to need a little help from my friends. Please, let's ask, which art do you like better on this Secret Lair review? Which art do you folks like better? Ames Collector? Take either the old school one or the cute cuddly kitten. Let me know, vote with your mouse this morning. Which Ames Collector have you got your aim on? The cute cuddly version or the new one? We'll come back to that. Counting votes here today. Let's final review on this sucker. Legacy legal, Vintage legal, Commander legal as well. Make sure you vote before you head out the door. You can play it in Commander mostly. That's about all we're going to see. I don't think it's competitive play in Vintage or Legacy. I can't see it being anything more than a Commander card. Low circulation due to the one printing in Commander 2017 and the $10 to $11 price tag really sums it up here, folks. Which one of the arts do you folks like better? The cute cuddly kitten or the original? We got to give this a 90s secret rating here. What are we going to do? Well, I like this card. Let's give it a copy of Much Music's Big Shiny Tunes. Give it a CD and a Ghetto Blaster. Doesn't get much more 90s than that. We're going to give it a CD and a ghetto blaster. Maybe we got to also get a new cell phone for this kitty. And perhaps that will... How many CDs? Are we going to give it... Let's give it... I like the cuteness of the card, the synergy that gets you drawing extra cards. We'll give it a... Let's give it a copy of Big Shiny Tunes 1 and 2. Secret rating for this card here. Well, which art do you folks like better? I'm going to go with the new art for sure. I don't think anyone's going to stop us from having a... Who would say no to this cute, cuddly kitty? Secret Agent Brody voting here. You folks. I'll take the new art, please. All right, it's a little bit more fresh. It's got 2 copies of Big Shiny Tunes, an analog cell phone, looks like a Nokian, and some T9 word, and a ghetto blaster for this Secret Lair card. All right, let's get on to the next one because there's no time to waste. Crested Sunmare. Ooh, this card's got a player rating of 5 stars. I remember this when it was in Standard. It's a card from the Amonkhet Remastered expansion, was printed as a mythic rare. It's a horse creature for 5 mana, and why is it getting a 5-star community rating? Well, let's read it. Other horses you control have indestructible. Oh my. Does this help you with your Pegasus deck? Which art do you like better? Which Crested Sunmare do you prefer? Let me know in the comments section. You want the old one? It's just fine. Or do you want the new, more colorful version? So far, the kitten is leading the way with the new art in this Secret Lair. All right, so if you're playing horses, it's also got this other ability on it. It says at the beginning of each end step, you and your opponents, you gain life this turn, create a 5/5 horse token creature. Wow, so this makes more Sunmares that have indestructible 5/5s for 5 mana. All you got to do is gain a little bit of life. That shouldn't be too difficult to do in white. Well, no wonder this player rating is so high. Let's take a look at where it's legal. Horse Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Commander, Historic, and Explorer all playing it because of the Amonkhet release. Makes it a pretty playable card, legal in many formats. The circulation on this card just 1 with the Hour of Devastation block and then the Amonkhet Remastered version. So it's also got a promo card and a list card showing here. So a little extra printing of this card so far. It made it onto the list in those set booster repacks. The Sunmare got a little more circulation, galloping around, and a few more numbers than I actually would have thought. I thought maybe just the 1 printing, but alas, it's on the list. It's in a promo and a remastered set. Printings cost you anywhere from $5 to $9 in foil. The Hour of Devastation original foil is $10. $10 for this Crested Sunmare. Let's take a look a little farther to see if there's stock available to vendors. 1 at Card Kingdom and a few on eBay if you can get it from $5.59 anywhere to $6.90, so $5 to $7 on the open market. Not a lot of buying or selling pressure on this card. I guess the two together, that puts us at about $16 for the horse and the cat together. Is it worth buying this Secret Lair? I don't know just quite yet, but we're about to determine that. The playability of the Sunmare is going to help us find out. You can play it in Oloro the Ageless Ascent, mostly all commander decks listed here. Iliad the Sun-Crowned Horse in a life gain. Lathiel the Boundless Dawn is playing it. Karlov the Ghost Council, Trustani Selesnya Voice, Shanna Purifying Blade, Lisa Shroud of Dusk, Ikra Shidiki the Usurper, Rin and Seri the Inseparable playing horses as well, and Ondrak Glorious Dominus. Lots of choices of commander decks to fit this Sunmare into. Which art do you folks like better? Let me know. Check in your votes right now. Actually, 100% of you folks like the new colorful version. I do too, just like the kitten. This card is really winning over the hearts of the viewers here today in our secret investigation. The art by Paul Mayafian. Let's give this a final review today. Legal and everything except standard. You can play it just about anywhere you want. Circulation from Hour of Devastation, Amonkhet, a list. Also a pre-release promo, so it's got a little bit more printing to it than the Kitty Cat does, the Ames Collar. Mostly playable, let's face it. Commander's the home for this card. The $5 to $10 price tag and $7.50 for a Secret Lair. If you want the expensive version, you can always get the $10 Hour of Devastation foil. But all of the people who are voting seem to like this art a lot better. I can't agree with you more. This is a great card. Oh, somebody likes the original. Thanks for voting. 67% want the original one. We're gonna have to get this secret rating. 90s binder experience, and I don't know what makes this namesake of the 90s binder. There was this couple of other Secret Lairs, that the one about the flyers, it made no sense to me, and this name of this one doesn't make much sense to me either. Maybe it's the color palette. Let's give it a couple of roller skates then. Must definitely should. Something on the way to the pair of roller skates. Maybe a couple of those. Let's do one of them doing a Healy or a Neely. Oh, a couple of roller skates and a Rubik's Cube, straight out of the 90s for sure. All right, let's give it a cassette as well. I don't think it rates as high as the Ames Collar. We're gonna give it a cassette deck, a Rubik's Cube, a pair of roller skates, and some shade for the Crested Sunmare. Still a pretty sweet card, new art version. That's our secret rating for this card today. Next up, Goreclaw. Which art do you folks you like better for the Goreclaw Terror? Do you like the new one, or do you like the original better? Please vote. The Goreclaw Terror, this is a 5-star community rating. People seem to love it. This green bear legendary creature, which is a 4/3, was printed a couple of sets, including M19, it looks like. Let's read the bear. Creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater, cost 2 less to cast. This is a interesting card. If you're playing big creatures, you can make them cost less. Only 4 mana to play it, 1 green and 3. And it's got other art on it, text on it rather. It says, whenever Goreclaw Terror of Qual Sisma attacks, each creature you control with power 4 or greater gets a +1/+1 and gains trample in end of turn. You can... Coach says this needs a Trapper Keeper. Can't lie, Coach likes the Secret Lair. The Care Bear gets me. Oh, does it ever? It's hard to say no. But this Goreclaw Terror, the playability rating of 5 stars, we'll take a look a little further. Goreclaw, yes, printed in M19 and again in Jumpstart 2022. So a couple of printings for Goreclaw. I remember opening a couple of these. It could be well played in a mono green deck. Some big stompy stuff. Perhaps it could be your commander, making everything cost a little less. Pretty easy to get out on turn 2 with a couple mana rocks. But the legality of this card, circulation of this card, core set. All right. Pioneer, Modern, Legal, Legacy, Vintage, Commander, Historic, and Explorer. Played just about everywhere. Lots of formats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 8 major formats for the Goreclaw. Lots of playability for this card. Circulation's pretty fair. We're reviewing the 90s binder experience. The cost of the original Goreclaw and this one, it's hard to put it all together, but we're about at $16 for the new horse and the new Ames collar cat. If you want to get a bear too, that's about $5 for the 90s binder experience, $4.43. The Jumpstart is worth $4.84, and the original foil from Core 2019, if you want the Goreclaw, it's going to cost you $11. So up to about $20 total for these 3 cards all together for the $29 price tag that they're asking. This may not be too bad. Right now, the vendors even a little cheaper, up to $5.50, all the way down to $2.75, but there's no stock on it. So stock is pretty low at the vendor shop, and eBay is still having a couple light played copies for around $5. Not sold out. Playability, again, Commander seems to be the place where this card is played. Be better if it had partner though. They're going to be played in the 99, I'd say, except for that. Yeah, there's 10 Goreclaw Terror of Qual Sisma namesake decks. Mid-tier budget Commander for mono green. It's a pretty good one. Jurgen is on, and I have to say hi here though. Cosmic likes the OG art. Thanks for voting. Nice to talk to you folks. And Secret Agent Coach MTG, Secret Agent Superfast, Secret Agent Murray. When I look at that art, the first thing I feel is terror on the Goreclaw. All right, plenty of decks using it. Which art do you folks prefer? Does the one on the left, the new art with the donuts and the cupcakes, strike fear into your hearts? It does. Murray Cooper, thanks for the comment, folks. Or you prefer the other? Hard to say. Which art do you like better? Always have to have the viewer voting. Let's take a look. 60% of you folks like the new art better. 60% like the original. Really? 5 votes. 60-40 split. Okay. Not how I expected this to go. I thought the Care Bear would do it. I like the Care Bear art. Maybe it's super threatening. Strikes fear in your opponent's eyes. All right. We'll have to give it to the original. It's 50-50. 50-50. Jurgen's voting. Looks like we're 50-50 split. Brody's got to be the tiebreaker. What are we going to do? I'm going to go with, so far, Brody's got to, I ended the poll just as somebody else voted, so we're split decision. Hard to say. Due to the fact the new one strikes fear in the heart of Murray Cooper. This is the version we're going to go with. Brody's going to have the swing vote and go with the Care Bears. Thanks for voting, folks. Let's finally review this card. It's legal everywhere except standard. It's in Jumpstart 2020, Core Set 2019, and again in Core Set 2020. And the Jumpstart 2022. So more circulation than I thought with the 4 printings of this card. Mostly in Commander. Let's face it, it's a $4 to $18 card, depending on if you get the foil or not. Coming in at maximum $18. So let's go. Thanks for voting. I think we're up to about 20 bucks with these 3 cards included. Let's vote on this card. We got to give it a secret rating. Let's do that now. All right. I think we should give this one, start out with a Game Boy. Let's give this card a Game Boy. 1 Game Boy and a PlayStation controller. Because we're voting straight out of the 90s, right? That's the only thing I can think of that would make sense for Brody's secret rating. And do you remember perhaps these things? The fortune-telling foldies made in the classroom. I think this would be just fine of a rating. So we're going to give it a Game Boy, a PlayStation 2 controller, and one of these fortune-telling devices. I'm sure you all have seen these and back in the... Do you remember these from back in the 90s? Let's throw a Don't Worry, Be Happy on there, and everything will just be fine. 9 hours and 42 minutes left to order the Care Bear. The countdown is on. Got to get this secret lair before it's too late. But this is how it's going to rate today with you folks. Secret agents joining in for the review of this card. Giving it a Game Boy, a PlayStation 2. Don't Worry, Be Happy. And a fortune-telling folding. Yes, no. These are the ones that you got to look inside. You got to flip it open to get inside the fortune that is this secret lair. Let's keep going. The next card on our list, Rin and Siri, the inseparable. Is this secret lair going to be inseparable from your collection? Well, so far we're up to 20 bucks with the first 3 cards. Rin and Siri's 5-star community rating. When you cast a dog spell, create a 1/1 green cat. Whenever you cast a cat spell, create a 1/1 white dog creature token. And you can pay a red, green, and a white and tap. Rin and Siri inseparable deals damage to any target equal to the number of dogs you control, and you gain life equal to the number of the cats you control. Get 'em, boys! Rin and Siri, player rating of 5 stars. Let's take a look at the legality of this card. Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, Vintage, Commander, Historic, Explorer. We're exploring the secret lair here. There's only a couple of hours left to go if you folks ever wanted to get this secret lair. This is the last one we have yet to review, so I'm glad you have joined us here today. Which art do you folks like better on Rin and Seri? You like the old art better? Please vote. You like the OG art better? Or the new art? Which Rin and Seri art do you folks like better? Appreciate you secret agents voting for this art. One way or another, we're going to determine whether this secret lair is worth the squeeze. Get into our 90s collection. 1 printing, core set 2021. For Rin and Seri. It's a 4/4. Low circulation. That's going to do well. The rating on this card, maybe it's hard to get a handle of. When was the last time anybody opened any core 2021 to try and pull a copy of Rin and Seri? Maybe it's so desirable and need of a reprint. 21 bucks for the 90 binder. What the stores are saying it's worth, so that puts us up to 40. Or 2021 buy a box foil. Oh, it was a promo. The buy a box promo is 23 bucks. If you bought a box of Core 2023, you would have got this as your promo. Pretty nice. Got the borderless one showing here. Cheapest one, $24. So the 90s binder is going to put us at $20. Plus the other 20 that we already have, putting us at around 40. Let's see what the stores are selling this one for. Near mint copy, 20 bones. The $20 card. The Commander. pretty good. Playability, yeah, let's face it. This is for cat and dog commander. Awesome flavor on this card. Mid-range, just a whole lot of fun. 78 Rin and Seri decks using it. There's 78 different commander decks listed with this card as the commander. Pretty amazing to see. No wonder people want this card. Well, will all those people running it be looking to get a new are you already running the new Rin and Seri? Let me know. Are you running the old Rin and Seri already and you want to get the new one? Which artwork do you folks like better? Paul Mayfaya? I don't know how to say it. Paul Mafayan. Or Alicia Hannigan. What do you folks say? 100% of you folks like the new art. All right, the votes are coming in. 100% of folks like the new art. If you prefer the old one, better vote now, because we're going to be closing this artwork investigation file soon. Which one do you like better? The colorful dog in the top hat with the cute Aristocats version given to us by Paul Mafayan, or Alicia Hannigan's more realistic version? I like the cartoony art. I always have. Folks have voted 100% for the new art. Everybody wants the new art on Secret Lair. Better, this may be a Secret Lair that you folks want to get. There's only so much time left. Maybe you could, if you don't like the Rin and Seri, you could always sell just the new art version for 20 bucks. It seems like there's a lot of interest in this card. Keep the rest for yourself. That's almost half the cost of this Secret Lair. All right, well, with the legality for everything but standard, only one printing core set 2022, and so many commander decks running Rin and Seri the Inseparable, seems like this investigation is inseparable, folks. Well, for secret rating, we're going to have to give it something else out of the 90s. What's it going to be? How about a scrunchie? Yeah, that's where we saw those first. And one of those ring pops. Scrunchie and a ring pop for Rin and Seri. Do you remember the 90s? Do you remember the scrunchie? Do you remember the ring pop? And perhaps these friendship bracelets? Yes, that's something that we had in the 90s. Furbies? Yes, let's give it a Furby. Of course, how could we have the 90s without a Furby? All right. A scrunchie, a ring pop, a friendship bracelet, and a Furby. What else? Seems to be that seems like a pretty high rating, you know. I'm not too sure we want to go any higher than that. What are we going to give it? What else can we possibly give it? Polaroid. Let's give it a Polaroid picture and shake it like a Polaroid picture while we're at it. This is getting a pretty high rating because of the love for this card in Commander. Rin and Seri, bringing our total to around $40. This is an exotic investigation here. So avert your eyes. You don't want to see something too exotic. Exotic Orchard will be the next card we're looking at. So vote with mouse. Which Exotic Orchard art do you prefer? I'll take the original. Or I'll take the new Candyland version with the trees that are shaped. Well, let's see. The Exotic Orchard has so many sets printed, but it's still got a 5-star community rating. Why does this land seem so popular? Well, it taps for 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent could produce. So it's really good in Commander. It doesn't come into play tapped. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 printings of this card, and still it receives a community player rating of 5-star. Legality, modern, yes. Legacy, of course. Vintage and Commander. Mana fixing at its best, perhaps. This card is real estate. Too much circulation to count. I can't see this card being worth more than just a couple of dollars. But maybe it doesn't have to be. We're already up to the $40 combined total for this Secret Lair. Is this just the icing on the cake or the lollipop, as it may be? 25 printings of the Exotic Orchard already, and the cost ranges from anywhere from 33 cents all the way down. Well, the 90s binder, well, Conspiracy Take the Crown, $61 for the foil, and Conflux, $70. That's where the money is at. The Secret Lair 90s binder, this one's priced already at the vendors for $8, $7.95. Maybe this card is worth it, but you can always get a 99-cent version, so perhaps this is just some icing on the cake. Card number 4 in this Secret Lair tape. Atraxa, Praetor's Voice, playing it in Commander. Let's face it, Urtet the Memnarch, any 5-color Commander deck is going to want to play this because it's going to put you that much closer to getting your mana curve in a 5-color Commander deck or a 4-color Commander deck. Can't think of a better land than this one in a 4-player game. Exotic Orchard, I think I should add this to my deck right now. Which artwork do you folks like better? Please vote for your favorite. So far, we're going to go with the new art. So far, the new art is winning our hearts on all these Secret Lairs. This one looks pretty exotic, but the Candyland version is just too sweet. We can't not. Cosmic Seas wants the, which one do you want? The sweet version? All right, let's get to the review, folks. Modern, Legacy, Vintage, but let's face it, Commanders, where this card shines. Circulation, it's everywhere. You fall out of bed, you'll probably hit your head on a copy of the Exotic Orchard. There's just so much of it going around. Playability, Commander. That's the place where this card shines, and it's only 33 cents if you want to get the cheapest version. If you're chasing some foils of the OG or from Conflux, Conspiracy, you're going to pay $70, but it makes me think this is just the Conspiracy, because the real value of this card is only $7 for the Secret Lair. Final rating for this card, we're going to have to give it a 90s rating. What is something we can give it? A floppy disk, perhaps? Yes. Have to do our homework on one of these in the 90s. Maybe a VHS cassette. Let's give it one of those for sure. Maybe we should give it one of these. A viewfinder. One of these guys came straight out of the 90s. You know what I'm talking about. Floppy disk. Maybe some film for your camera. Something straight out of the 90s for sure. Bubble tape? Anyone? Let's give it a VHS, a floppy disk, some fruit by the foot or some bubble gum tape, a roll of film for your camera, and a viewfinder. I don't know how we could do any better than that. That seems like a pretty good review score for this Secret Lair. All right, Exotic Orchard. Now it's time to get to the team MVP. Which is the MVP? Which card out of all of those Secret Lair 90s binder experience is the MVP, the most valuable? I think I think it's easy to say it could be Rin and Seri. Maybe the Crested Sun Mare card. That's what I'm sort of leaning to. Maybe the Rin and Seri, but can't. Maybe it's the Ames Collector. $5. Easily so far, Rin and Seri. Maybe it's the Goreclaw. Exotic Orchard. It's not even in the contention. So far, I think we have to maybe do it this way. Rin and Seri. Let's let you folks vote. Secret Agent Brody. I'm gonna give you my thoughts here on the MVP. Let's give the MVP to Rin and Seri. And the runner-up, we can give that one to Goreclaw, the Terror of Kyle Sisma. Rin and Seri is just a lot more playable, and I think it would get a little more love. It's also probably the one that's coming up at the highest price, being that it's already $20. Goreclaw just seems like a whole lot of fun to splash a Care Bear in a build. Maybe we'll just leave it this way. There's no way Exotic Orchard is even seeing the list other than the art. A refreshing twist on this Secret Lair story. If you want to join me for more, we can take a look at the value of these cards all together. Non-foil $29.99, costing us anywhere from $10 or $11 for the Ames Collector, $5 to $10 for the Crested Sun Mare, all the way up to $18 for the Goreclaw. On the very highest, you add it all together, we're looking at about $51 for the individuals, and the $39.99 for the foil version of the Secret Lair makes me think this one's actually worth picking up. If one of these cards is something that you particularly fond of, or maybe you don't have a copy of Rin and Seri for the collection, even the Goreclaw, you wanted to build Rin and Seri as a commander, you could pick up the non-foil version for $29 and maybe entice somebody else to take these other ones off your hands. Maybe you'll keep the MVP and send the rest back. Is it worth it? Buy this Secret Lair? I'm gonna say slightly. Yes, it is slightly worth it for dollar value. Agent 4 Keeps Games joining us on this review. Final answer. Is it worth buying this Secret Lair? Well, I would say it's slightly worth it on the dollar figure when you add up the sum of all the parts. And on art, in most cases, this colorful experience of art may be an upgrade for something that you like. Appeals to some people. A whole lot of fun. Care Bear theme seems pretty cute. Can't deny it. So yeah, we're gonna give this Secret Lair thumbs up for dollar value. Definitely worth more than the individual cards. The art? How about it? I think artwork wise, we also have to give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up for artwork. It comes in just over the line for dollar value. I think the Rin and Seri is the card that's worth making this set purchasable. That and depends how much you like the art. All right. Giving it 2 thumbs up for this Secret Lair. I think it's okay, but there's only 8 hours left to go. if you ever needed a copy of Rin and Seri, this is the way to get it. And this secret agent review is the only way to know whether it's worth picking up these cards. Thanks again for everybody who joined us. Secret Agent Brody, over and out. There's only one other question we can ask. Will you be buying this Secret Lair? Poll on your way on to your next investigation, everybody. Now's the time to let us know. Vote with your mouse here, folks. Mitchell's here. You can vote. Tom, you can vote. It's not too late. Let's late. Sorry, Secret Agent. Fine. Secret Agent Mitchell, you're here. You can still vote. I still got the voting thing up. Are you buying the Secret Lair? Two votes. Before you head out, make sure you vote onto your next investigation. So far, nobody's buying this one, despite how this thing rates. Somebody is buying it. There's only 9 hours left to go. Here, we're gonna end it. Somebody's buying the Secret Lair. forgetting unless I forget to do so in the next 9 hours. I am also wallet sensitive. Daryl. I don't need this that bad. No, I'm totally wallet sensitive. Makes sense. It's a cute one though. I could see why some people would want to get it. I like the Care Bear, the Gore Claw, threatening. Couple more minutes for the polls. Anybody who hasn't smashed that, will you be buying this Secret Lair button, yes or no, please do so. Well, 75% of people say they will not be buying this Secret Lair. One of us loves that Care Bear art, which is okay. Still, I'd like to thank you all for joining me once again, Secret Agent Brody and friends, along for another Secret Lair review. Thank you once again, Secret Agent Brody, over and out. Matthew Sampras says he'd rather have a heavy played Leg of the Dead from Alliance. Thank you, Matt. The $30 or $40, yeah, you could get something else, like a Leg of the Dead, HP, like Matthew Sampras. Good call. Later, Tom. Have a nice weekend. Chat you all